Okay, day 4. Off to a slow start this morning after a late night of joking and banter by the fire. The field breakfast finally gave way to this morning's main event. Now, so far on this expedition, we've had the benefit of a trail leader. And now is a great time, so we thought, to get the team spirit together and find a solution through each and every one of these collectively to this next obstacle.
So what we had was a 20-foot rock face standing between us and the top of the hill. And this was not your ordinary rock face. There was no traction to be found. It was moss covered and nasty. So we threw it out to the gang. How would you get over this obstacle?
Can't drive through it.
How far do you think we get, John?
What, driving?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, anyway, Simon, figured out what we're going to do. You're going to hit this at about 40 miles an hour, get to the top and then winch everybody up.
It's not a bad idea. Yeah.
Well, you got a good run.
Good.
You get a good run downhill.
Heather had an idea. We were going to turn around and go back.
Well, that's not going to happen.
There was another excellent idea. Richard figured Simon and myself should get all the trucks to the top and they'll just walk.
That's not going to happen.
Another idea from Michelle was to get a bulldozer in, move some of the trees out of the way, and make a bypass.
And that's not going to happen.
It's a tailbone.
That's deep. Last year.
Wow.
So with Justin and I standing aside, we handed the reins over to the crowd on this hair-raising challenge.
Patrick came up with a plan. He was going to use his 12,000-pound winch to get his disco to the top, followed by John with his series and his mighty PTO winch. Together they were going to work as a team and bring the rest of the trucks to the top.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, listen.
So Patrick and John were positioned at the top of the hill and they started to winch everybody up one at a time. And it did go smooth.
He did. He went very smooth indeed. The guys had a good plan. They positioned the vehicles just perfectly. And that's where the teamwork really is. We barely even have to speak to each other to say who needs to do what. It just happens. And that's one big happy family. It's the way the teamwork experience works. It works well for us. why we use PTO winches for multiple recoveries is there seems to be no overheating on these pieces of equipment. They're good to run pretty much all day, every day, without failure, so to speak. Whereas some of the electric winches, as good as they are, they're not really designed for multiple recovery setups. So they do fail. We like to hold the electric winches for the times when we need them desperately, and use the PTO winches as a communal winch. It works well for us.
Okay, give some gas.
Although a few people may not have enjoyed the ride as much as others, it did work out wonderful. And we found ourselves at the top of the hill and basically to freedom. The only thing that stood between us and our wonderful steak dinner was just a quick descent.
So here we are, we're heading down the hill towards the main highway.
I'm tired,
Dirty,
hungry,
bum rash,
itchy.
and aching.
We're ready.
However, there was a light at the end of the tunnel. For the north within has hot running water, somewhere to change.
And a steak dinner to die for waiting for us as soon as we arrive. Thanks for helping us clean out the truck.
And we hope you enjoyed the video. Take care.